Hello everyone. Well, a few weeks ago we had a wonderful opportunity to purchase this car that's under this sheet here. And just to give you a little bit of history, we found out a few years ago now that Violet Clifton was chauffeured around Lytham in a Jaguar Mark V. This is a car that Clifton, who visits the hall quite regularly, he actually told us she had a big black chauffeur-driven car. We did some research. David Hoyle, one of our local historians, did some research, and we found out that that was a Jaguar Mark V. We looked and looked and looked in a kind of, how can I say, relaxed way, like on the internet and things like that, and we found that these cars are nothing short of a small fortune. When I say a small fortune, a good usable version of one of these saloon cars is anything around about the £50,000–60,000 mark. If you want a soft top, sometimes you can pay in excess of £100,000. Of course, we're Lytham Hall, we're a charity, we can't afford luxuries like that. So when this opportunity came along, and like I said, in a relaxed way, we used to just browse the internet. I'm always looking at cars, to be honest with you, because I'm addicted to the things. But we just kind of carried on looking through the internet, you know, month on month, year upon year, hoping one would turn up. We saw a few wrecks, and when I say wrecks, I mean wrecks, absolute scrap heaps, and even they was around 18,000 mark. And then this opportunity, a few weeks ago, I saw in North Yorkshire a two-owner car, a Jaguar Mark V, exactly like Violet's. And the price was right. Let's just say the price was right. And I was in a bit of a dilemma because there's no way did we have any spare money to buy this car when we've got so many restoration projects coming on. So I thought, how can I get this car? This is a one-off opportunity. So we basically put a campaign out there on Facebook, asked for people to donate, and we got there. We had some wonderful donations. In fact, a couple of volunteers donated quite substantial amounts. And everybody chipped in, and it didn't matter whether it was a £5 or a £10 or 50 quid or 100 quid, it didn't matter, because we got there in the end, and we did a few bits of fundraising along the way, and we got it, and yesterday it got delivered, and it's here. So this is the big reveal, ladies and gentlemen. Don't expect to see anything very, very salubrious. Yes, the bodywork is untidy, but it's as solid as a rock. How do you fancy, Janet? Do you fancy doing the honours?
Yes, yes.
So this little car, very, very large car actually, got delivered yesterday. The Jaguar Mark V, identical to Violet Clifton's. Wow. And what a beauty it is. And yes, of course, it certainly needs some chrome work, but these things come off. But this car everywhere. Flies are coming in. This car everywhere is solid, and the paintwork, I mean, you go around the bodywork, around the sills, everything. There's no big lumps of rust falling off there.
No, none at all.
It's actually been garaged since the 1960s. So it was probably it's a 1949 car, and it's probably only been used for a decade or so, and it's been garaged. It has had some paintwork, but as a lot of these cars used to go through colour changes and all sorts of things. Even inside, there's not even a tear on the seats. The leather's in perfect order. It's absolutely wonderful, really, to be honest with you. Even a sunroof. It's not electric, by the way. And these wonderful wheel covers. So, absolute elegance. So, the plan is to have a tinker with this. Our volunteers will do what they can. I'm sure we have a few people that are interested in old cars.
Can I ask you, in the future, Peter?
Yes.
How can our visitors see this car?
Well, eventually we plan. This is a stable yard which is due for restoration. It's all about money, isn't it? We do what we can here at Lytham Hall, and we make every penny go as far as we can. But in the future, we'll be restoring these stables. Over there, in the 1930s, Harry Clifton turned. Well, there's still garages today, but he turned part of the stable block into garages. So eventually, we'd love to restore them back to the 1930s look that they did have in the day. So eventually, the car will be on show in one of these garages. Eventually, when all this stable yard is done, and that's what we look forward to in the future. But at least we've secured it, and at least we've got it. We've also had a couple of offers from local garages that are willing to help do what they can with this car. It doesn't run. Whether it does run after they've had a tinker with it, it might just be seized. Who knows?
This is a fabulous opportunity for us to say, watch this space.
Yeah, absolutely. Watch this space.
Yes,
what
watch
a beauty.
this space.
Missing its Jaguar badge, missing its leaper. But you know, like I said, this car is solid ours. We was opening the all the doors and looking in things, and it felt a bit like it had never ever been opened for decades. It's really exciting actually, because you know, classic cars, especially cars historic like this, that also have the connection. You know, it's what you expect to see at stately homes, and it's a wonderful story, and it just makes the place just so much more versatile in what it offers as well. You know, it gives people that feeling where they can just look into the past, that nostalgia. That's what I think. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I know you are, John.
I know. I don't drive, but this really, I just think is a super opportunity for some our volunteers or new volunteers. So we'll put a shout out there for anybody who likes to tinker or
Yes.
knows about bodywork, who can come and advise us on what to do, and we'll watch this space. So we will take this baby, won't we?
Yes, yeah.
Till she looks absolutely, and you can just picture Violet sitting in the back of here asking to be taken, just popped round to the church, and her chauffeur will just say, yes ma'am, and there she goes. So yes, if you're out there and you can help us,
Yes.
give us a ring.
We certainly need some paintwork as well.
Yeah.
So,
give us a ring.
it's
come
amazing
down.
how wonderful
Yeah.
this car will look, even
Yeah.
with a little paint.
Yeah.
So there we go. Yeah, the Jaguar Mark V, not originally Violet's car, but an identical version of it. But then again, we actually don't know who this belonged to.
Yeah.
So who knows? Wouldn't it be wonderful if it actually turned out to be Violet Clifton's? Who knows?
We have the carriage outside at the side of the hall, and it would be wonderful that we could get this sat next to it. So when we've got some really good, like our proms that's here, and have these things for people outside and show her off.
And show her off and bring her back in when we've got the inclement weather like this. Yes.
Well
So there we
done.
go, folks.
Well done, Peter.
Thank you once
Well
again.
done.
Thank you.
Thank
We brought
you.
this car to Lytham Hall with your help. For everybody who chucked a bit into the pot, thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Yeah, thank you.
And watch this space.